All right, so I got hard locked. But it seems like, so I went to the house or whatever. And now I think I should go to the Endless Realm. I should talk to the ghost. I don't want to piss off the ghost. That's what I'm saying. So maybe I will, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I should do. I would like to be friendly with the ghost. That's a priority. Airship Cove on the western edge of the Endless Realm. Is that here? Yeah, I'm not actually sure where that is. Okay. Maybe it's right here. I don't know. Maybe it's over here. Oh. I just don't even want to fight these things. I don't even want to attack them right now. This leads to the mine. Is that the airship cove? Like way down there? I don't know. I don't see the ghost, so it's probably not down there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what the airship cove could, like, refer to. On the airship cove on the western edge of the Endless Realm. Aha, this must be it. Nope. This is Duchess's study, which I kind of knew about. So, like, what the fuck? Let's do this. Let's figure this out. I'll just hug the western edge and try to find it, I guess. I have no idea where I am. Here we go. Where am I? I'm on the eastern edge. Okay. This is where we want to be. Okay. Oh, it's there. That's what it is. I see the ghost. Yep, that's our friend. This is where it all started, the mercenary outfit known as the Dark Stars. Vela, Jack Basalt, and Orleath. Oh, Orleath is the Ambarian. Just the three of them in a cave with a rickety sloop, barely skyworthy. On one of their first jobs, they found me, or rather, the real me, before I looked like a rubbish painting, she grins. The three of them damn near killed me. So wait, you fought, Vela? That's right, stranger. They'd been hired by a Riovan noble to round up Wiccans in Hallowshire, back before the Union was here in full force. So I woke up one morning with Orleath's sword at my throat. In her full Ambarian armor, it was quite the shock, though not as much as the shock I gave her, a bolt of pure electricity surging through all that metal. So we fought, me and my godlet, versus the 3 of them. I almost escaped, but seeing Vela fight is something else. Usually I can scry what someone plans to do, but Vela's thoughts are bristling with possibilities. Before I knew it, she was behind me with a dagger to my neck. I thought I was dead, but she simply asked, how would you like to be a mercenary? And so they brought me back here to their hideout, and 3 became 4. You have to understand, stranger, I'd spent my youth cowering from the Union and their agents. My parents taught me all I know of Wiccan magic, and how to hear the language of cipher in all things. But when my parents vanished, I was left with no one. When I told Vela my story, she wept and embraced me. It had been a long time since I'd felt the touch of another person. And looking into her eyes, it was like staring into the void. Normally, stranger, I can read people, catch a glimpse of what's to come, but Vela, her future was a tangle of infinite possibility. She was unreadable. It was intoxicating. Those first few years with the Dark Stars, it was the first time I felt like I belonged somewhere. My comrades didn't fear my cipher. They relied on it. You never mentioned you were a Dark Star, she smirks. That wouldn't be very mysterious of me now, would it? I have a certain reputation to uphold, being a ghost and all. Besides, as far as I'm concerned, the Dark Star company that I knew is gone. Those first few years with the Dark Stars, it was the first time I felt like I belonged somewhere. Oh my god. Now you should enter and hear more. What? Is the quest bugged? Okay, no, it moved on. Thank God. In those early days of the Dark Stars, Vela took contracts from anyone. The Union, the Wiccans, even outlaws. But it was about the cause, not the coin. She couldn't stand the thought of being like her father, whose military campaigns had wrought so much upheaval. So if a contract smelled fishy, we turned it down and went hungry. We didn't mind. But when we took a job, nothing could stop us. It wasn't long before our numbers swelled and we outgrew the tiny cave. Soon enough, everyone from the lowest ruffian to the loftiest noble knew of the Dark Stars. So what went wrong? To pay the new recruits, Vela had to be less scrupulous with her contracts. I clashed with her at times. When she slew the minor god Caer, I flew into a rage. I never wanted the blood of a god on my hands. But it was when she found that damned Emberian key that things got really out of hand. There's an island drifting to the northwest of the Clockwork Kingdom that contains the wreckage of the Black Goblin airship. Meet me there, and I'll finish the story. I know exactly where that is. All right. Exposition. This pile of junk was once the most fearsome pirate ship of the Sky Realms, the Black Goblin. Merchants from Puria to Alasfra. Shouldn't have been Alasfara? There's 2 spellings of this. Feared its volley of cipher-inscribed cannonballs. The Union Navy paid us a fortune to headhunt its captain. In the end, we got the coin and the ship. Few dared cross the Dark Stars after that. So what went wrong? After the Black Goblin came the Blinding Light. A mercenary company with a galleon is impressive, but with a god war fortress, none could best us. But it was around then that Vela and Orleath stumbled upon a map, deep in some Emberian ruin, which told of the cradle, buried far below in the Underlands, which held the power to change everything. Vela was always ambitious. We thought she could build her fantasy, a heaven of her own making. But now she was speaking of something else entirely. She wanted to become a god, to change the very fabric of reality. So what happened next? The crew was split. Some were eager to follow her to the Underlands, especially if it would make them even more rich. But many of us thought she had crossed into madness. Her fame had twisted to infamy, and even the Inquisition now considered us criminals. From infancy, I had learned to listen to the language of the cosmos. Cipher flows through all things. Its grammar and syntax weave through our bodies and dreams alike. To change those rules for me would be a bigger heresy than slaying 1,000 gods. So when Orleath raised her sword against Vela and stirred the crew of the Black Goblin to mutiny, I was willing to spill my own blood for the cause, and spill it I would. Was that it? Maybe I have to go inside. Yeah. In truth, I knew the Black Goblin stood no chance against a God War fortress. The blinding light's guns tore through our hull in moments, leaving us sinking towards the clouds. Through the smoke and the chaos, I saw Vela board our ship. She was furious. Her and Orleath were like sisters. She couldn't take the betrayal. Through the haze of battle, I saw their blades clash, and I saw Orleath, her defense broken, hurled from the side of the ship. And then a crash like I've never felt before. The ship had run aground. When I came to in this very spot, Vela stood overhead staring right at me. I was bloody, wounded. But Vela just turned and walked away. It was at that moment I was born, the spectral echo of my former self. I tried to scream, I tried to cry, but I had not yet learned how to coalesce into a body, a shape. So I watched my corporeal body, my former self, lie there, barely clinging to life. I watched the Inquisition agents arrive, and I saw her scream as they dragged her away. I watched as they threw her in a cell, and their instruments of agony tore into her flesh. I watched as her will broke. She spilled every secret she knew. I watched as they destroyed her. Does that mean another version of you still lives? She grins. Of course, stranger. It's only in those old fairy tales of the Middle Ages that one has to die to become a ghost. In fact, you're well acquainted with my corporeal self. She winks. I'm sure you can figure out who. I'm so sorry. Spare no tears for me, stranger. I have long abandoned self-pity. Is it revenge you're after? When I saw Vela standing over me in that moment of creation, it was not hatred I felt. It was heartbreak. For I loved her, stranger. I loved her dearly, and suddenly I saw all those possible futures I had scryed, all those joyous fantasies just melt away. The Vela I saw was a Vela I had always feared. So no, stranger, I seek no revenge. I hold no hatred in my heart, if I can be said to have one at all. She closes her eyes. I just want this all to stop, to see her smile again. Thanks for the story. I'm glad you listened, stranger. Soon enough you'll face Vela again, and now you have one single advantage over her. You may understand her. Okay, cool. That was an interesting quest. And I was right. The Confessor is Caer. Still no closer to a level up. It's a real bummer. All right, I do need to go to Dringong in Hallowtown to talk to him about Aristide's Rock. It's not actually in Hallowtown, though. It's like down here. Right? Yeah, it's like right here. Anchor can't be lowered. God damn it. There we go. Sure. That's his tower. The mushrooms foretold you would return, although they foretold I'd give birth to my own father. Can I see your mushrooms? Ah, a fellow connoisseur. I see. I'll unlock the door for you. Just don't go tampering with the little orange ones unless I want your fingers to fall off. Okay, never mind. This isn't Drangorn. Where is he? It's set in Hallowtown, so can I just do this? And then try to find him in his house? He is probably... I think he's downstairs, actually. I think that makes sense. I think he's here somewhere. Nope. Where is he? What is his... Right here. Right? You again, the old veteran puffs on his mechanical pipe, half hidden in Baroque swirls of smoke. I have something for you. Drangorn is silent for a moment, reaching out tentatively, then drawing back, not ready to touch the artifact yet. Is that... Did you... He coughs, producing a particular spectacular flare-up from his pipe and attempts to compose himself. Well, I never thought I'd see that again. You've done a kind thing for an old grease guard. He reaches out again and this time touches the pendant gently. Here, take this. Don't open it here, not where any old inquisitor could see. That's void ore. Never built anything with it, never killed anything with it neither, and now I never will, but that's what I did for all the gods, and that's our own blood and guts. Little bit of the stuff I kept back for myself at the end of the war, though I can't imagine why, perhaps to remember it by, but now I have this. Drangorn is clasping the pendant tightly as he slides a package across to you. Seems like a good time to leave the old man to his thoughts. Goodbye, Lieutenant Artificer. All right. Neat. Got that. Void sword, a masterwork, clockwork sword, shroom weave sword. What? Ethereal blade used by spellcasters. What this blade lacks in power, it makes up for in magical potency. How the heck? Shroom ore is a thing? Masterwork forged from void ore, the legendary metal that absorbs light and nullifies the effects of magic. A fearsome weapon indeed, although staring at the blade for too long is said to be dangerous. Sword's hilt is inlaid with ingenious hidden mechanisms which can reconfigure the single blade into two at the flick of a switch, wrong-footing the enemy. Interesting. Voidwood is 45 damage. A bow forged from the night black voidstone. Its unsettling weapon seems to spit deadly shadows at its target. The string is eerily silent, releasing arrows with only the ghost of a whisper. How the heck did these do so much more damage? Yeah, I'm gonna take the void bow. Of course I am. Like, why wouldn't I? And then this is gonna become the clockwork sword. Whoa. That seems sick. Cool. Okay. I'm so close to having more delusion. In which case I will probably upgrade persona. Because charm seems to be the really big bottleneck right now. Yeah, let's re-up my charm buff. I don't need the VRM buff, but I do want this one. Cool. Okay, and now... What do I have to do? What is my goal right now? I have to find the thingy. Let's see. I wish I could open my menu like this. Very big pain in the ass. Endless Duchess. This is done. I think. War Stories is done. Why is it sitting in my... Why are all of these quests so bugged? High Confessor has heard rumor. Oh, I should go do the god thing. I'm going to kill the godlet. Sorry, Caer, but it's going to happen. I'm actually not very sorry about it. We're just going to kill it. Great, this thing was a landmark the whole time. Goody, I could have known that. Where's my map? Here we go. The godlet emits a soft, sad sound that seems to echo through your bones. Her name is Danu. In the Middle Ages, she was a patron god of a powerful kingdom, a prophet who could predict and change the fate of empires. But after the God War, she was just my friend. My parents had been charged with keeping her safe from the Inquisition. Danu was grateful and taught me how to master my sophistry, how to read the threads of possibility that spill from all things and catch glimpses of likely futures. When Vela found me and I became a Dark Star, I left Danu here with the charms and sigils for protection. Even now in this form, I still look over her. So why does the High Confessor want her dead? Because she means a lot to me, to her. It's a test of loyalty. I am the ghost of the Dark Star Caer. I was born of the trauma she felt when she fell to her doom in the mutiny. But Caer did not die, her heart still beats. She was tortured for months by the Inquisition, driven to madness with an unspeakable tools and devices, and then when they were done with her, they threw her in a cipher insulated cell. For the first time in her life, she could not hear the language of the cosmos. For Caer, it was like being deprived of air. Not that I can know for sure because we were already separate. Whatever they did to me, to Caer in those years, turned her into the High Confessor you know. So you're the ghost of the High Confessor. If you're the same, can't you stop her? We are not the same. I tried to talk to her once, tried to make her see sense. It was no use. Listen, stranger, the Caer in that coffin, she's but a shadow of her former self, a shriveled corpse who can barely cling to life. This godlet is the last remnant of who she once was. If you kill Danu here, there will be nothing left of Caer. Nothing but a ghost. What is the right move here? I do think... You approach the godlet with the void knife. The being shrieks an alien ethereal noise that seems to resound through all your senses. You plunge the dagger into its throat. A pained wail seems to reverberate through your very being, and both the godlet and the knife dissipate into nothingness. The ghost of Caer shrieks, an awful cry that descends into sobs. Stranger, she wipes away ethereal tears. So you chose the life of an Inquisition puppet then. So be it. I won't desert you, unlike that high confessor. I don't hold grudges, and what's at stake here is too important. But know that my faith in you has been shattered, stranger. Now leave me. Poor Caer, but my character is a god killer. He's here to kill all the gods. This is the one thing that I have been employed to do and will do. And I think I'm gonna kill the angel as well because Vela fucked me over. So I gave her a chance. She lost her chance. That's that. That's all you can do. That's all I can say. Let's teleport back. Oh, I should be wearing the Emberian armor. Ooh, wrong. Alright, let's drive this back to where our ship is. Where is it? There we go. Wait. Where am I? Where am I going? Over there. I think. No, that's Thornwood. How did I get turned around? I'm so confused. This is the where I need to go. It's weird that there's no flying music, just as an aside. Just find that kind of odd. Can I park my ship on top of this one? Good enough. Then I'll just teleport back once I'm done. Goody. I have heard a report that the godlet is dead. Thank you, Confessor. She slams a mechanical limb to the ground. I do not want to hear the details, Confessor. I'm grateful for your assistance, and that is all. She lets the silence hang, but as you turn to leave, except for one thing, that damned ghost, was she there? She hinted that you're the same person. Ghosts are nothing but vestiges of trauma, singed upon reality. She is but an echo of my former self, trapped in naivety and idealism. When I sailed with Vela, I wanted to use my Wiccan magic to heal this broken world. I thought there was always a compromise to be found, but it took months of Inquisition torture and many more confined in an anti-cipher chamber for my shattered mind to see the truth. There is only one thing, myself and that spirit agree on, that Vela must be stopped, that only I have the guts to see it through. She breaks into a coughing fit that settles into wheezing. We did the right thing, Confessor. We are doing the right thing. How much does that increase my charm? By 5. Ugh, that hurts. Because it's so little. All right, let's teleport back to the ship, and then I guess set off for whatever the rock is, right? Do we have any idea where the island is? Because I sure don't. I wish I could zoom this out. Maybe it's just this. Sure looks like it could be. Yep. Whatever the fuck this is. Okay. That's easy enough. All right, sure. Why not? Okay, hey, here we are. This place. Can I just walk through? I can. Look at that. The Rasmussen Sphere. To face Vela in the cradle, you'll need to upgrade the cutter with a device that can pierce the powerful force field. You found a desert island to the south of the Oneric Isles where an ancient Emberian ship has run aground. Could this be what you're searching for? I think it can be. I think it's very weird that there's no music. It's very odd. There's this. There's that. There's that. Emberian ore. Not bad. Huh. Another Death's Veil. Still haven't figured out what those are actually for. God, this weapon's super bugged out. It's like the sound is coming out before the attack is. Let's do this. Oh. That's considerable. Still a lot more to kill an enemy like this than it would be preferable, but... Oh. There we go. All right. So this must be the wreckage of that place, that ship. I mean, we know that much from the quest, right? But it's easy to put together, like, looking around at the literal wreckage. Kind of neat. All right, let's see. It's over here. Certainly looks like a Emberian ship, that's for sure. Here's that. There's that. Here's this. Neat. What's in here? Desert key. A worn-looking key that seems to have been beaten into a shape from a piece of scrap metal. Nice. Okay. So there is probably like a locked door somewhere around here that I will need to use that on, which is good to know. I do want to check out this little island over here too. Easy. Mm-hmm. Oh, oops. It's been expensive. The large breaker-like switch is set into a console before you. The whole thing and the hut around it seem to have been put together from a haphazard if impressive selection of parts which are now showing their age. Click the switch. The switch is stiff, moving only with a grinding sound. When it thuds back the device, there's no immediate change anywhere around you. Okay. We're clearly doing something. It's so weird that this place doesn't have music. I know I've said that a bunch of times already, but it's like genuinely just... Normally in a video game when it doesn't have music, it's really eerie, but in this case, it just feels unfinished. This game was in early access for a very long time, and it still has like typos and inconsistencies, and like there's no music and it doesn't feel like there's not even like an eerie soundscape. It just is no music. Oh, oops. The whole thing in the hut around it seemed to be built. Now it's shut off. There's nothing further to be done with that device. Okay. Oh, God. All right, so we shut off the device, which must be doing something. Are we like turning the orb off? You need 85 charm. You've got to be kidding. That's a crazy amount of charm. Sure, we'll take that. So clearly whatever's in there is not necessary unless there's a secret way in. Which is also completely possible. Like right there. Paradoxicus. Now jump over. Anything good? Nope. There's a lockpick, which is great. So we're getting low on those, or we were. The other side of the door is barred from the other side. Why? Okay. Persuading others with charm. Enchanted vapors can be powerful but unreliable. Please work. My charm is only 65. Oh, it lets me retry a charm check that I failed. Probably doesn't work with that. Okay, whatever. All right. I guess we go up to the ship. Or over here. Probably over here. Oh, no, I've already been in here. Okay. Oh, those are the monsters. Oops. Go this way. Take the jitter seed, because we're always in need of it. These weird, like, solifuge looking enemies are weird. The face that peers through the struggle of hair is a picture of an incomprehension and suspicion. Suddenly breaking into an unexpected gap-toothed smile of amazement. Come closer there. I'm hardly going to kill the first conversation partner I've had in 30 years. Let me look at you. You are real, aren't you? Not another entropic discharge of the sphere? It's the first time I've been accused about that. I'm real, are you? Some days, some years, I wonder, but let's assume I am. My name is Rasmussen. As he comes closer, you can see that the Rasmussen's clothing, ragged as it is, was once a resplendent set of old Emberian robes, or rather many sets, now seemingly all patched and darned together into a single bizarre ensemble. You really are real. I was so sure we were all going to die before anyone came back. You've been here alone for how long exactly? Oh, going on 40 years now since my parents died? I think that's right. At least it's a bit hard to keep track. We've been here, the family I mean, since, well, since everything, really. Long before I was born. Thought we were all going to die out before anyone came back. I'm out here looking for an engine. A sphere, perhaps? You know about it. Knowledge still endures. Yes, indeed. Should ask how you found me, I suppose, but I have many more interesting questions. So many things I've heard about in the world out there. My grandfather told me you all live inside giant mushrooms. Don't they get a bit smelly? Do you still have snakes? I always wanted a pet snake. But where are my manners? Excuse me. It's been 30 years since I needed them. My questions can wait. You must have questions for me. I was trying to explain to you, wasn't I? This is our home. We never meant it to be, but the Rasmussens, I'm sorry, I don't understand. You have to explain. Gladly. Well, now my 8-great-grandmother was an engineer, an impossibly good one. When she was young, she became convinced that some terrible cataclysm was coming. She built a ship to take us away, a new engine that could outrun the destruction. It almost worked. We escaped, but through the engine was wonder, something went wrong. Though the engine was a wonder, something went wrong with the steering, and instead of getting all the way away, the ship foundered, crashed here. My ancestors scavenged from the ship, tore it to pieces, and reassembled it, using the engine for protection instead of propulsion. It would fry any big ship that got near, and after a while they just stopped trying, most likely because people got scared until, well, now. And so we've been here ever since, just us. And now I'm the only one at all, the last Rasmussen. I have been hoping that someone might come while I still could speak with them. I imagine you want to know more about the engine, though. The engine is revolutionary. It still works, you know. I'm the only one maintaining it now, but I don't know what I'm maintaining it for anymore. In any case, the engine works. It's up there, up in the wreck of the ship. Though without anything to do, it just puts out more and more energy. But you could remove it if you wanted. That's what you came for, isn't it? Don't worry. I know you didn't come here just to listen to me. The sphere is up above, but you won't be able to reach it just like that. It puts out too much energy to close it. But there is a way to shut it off. 2 switches elsewhere on the island, separate from each other, fail-safes. If you can switch them both, the sphere will disconnect and you'll be able to get it out and move it. I found them both already. They're shut off. He smiles a little sadly. I suspected as much. Forgive an old man his little conversational indulgence, will you? Just wanted to hear another voice for a while. You can go on now up into the ship. The sphere is there. Goodbye. Nice man. But bye. Goodbye. Oh dear. I may have just stranded myself here. Because I didn't really dock my ship because I wasn't really sure how to. I guess if I die, I'll respawn at a death shrine. Hopefully there isn't one here. And maybe I'll be back on the mainland if I do that. That's a gamble, I suppose, but it's one I'm willing to make. It's better than being worried while I do the quest that I just soft-locked myself by accident by resting at that place. Because my failsafe was to teleport back onto my ship. I don't really want to go up here. Oh good, I don't really have to. Lift is already here. Okay. Alright, got through this door. Lockpicks, schmockpicks. Who needs them? Thank you. To face fell in the cradle, you need to upgrade the cutter. On a desert island, you found an Emberian Rasmussen sphere, which should allow the cutter to bypass the cradle's protective force. You should return the High Confessor with what you found. I will try. That's going to be tough. Gotcha. There we go. There's stuff in between the floors. 80 charm. Not necessary. Not necessary. Just don't need it. All right. How the fuck am I going to get back? Because I don't think I can recall my ship to here. And there is a death shrine on this island. Maybe dying will revert my ship's location to right here so I can get away. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Now I can go straight back to the Dying Light. And then we can confront Vela. So that's pretty rad. I mean, like, see what I mean? Like, why are those beds just floating there? What's up with that? Game is in need of some work, I think. I can probably turn in the rest of my cartography stuff. Why? What is Caxton doing here? Oh, I guess all of them escaped. Never mind. I knew that. Ignore that I said that. So it seems as though you have secured all the necessary components, Confessor. Basalt informs me that the cutter is ready. This will be your final mission. After this, I will declare your penance fulfilled. You will be free to roam the sky realms once more. But I wanted to offer you a place here in this tribunal if you wish to serve the Inquisition alongside me. I despise this institution. I'd sooner see it burn. She chuckles gutturally. In truth, I don't blame you, Confessor, though I guess I'll have to watch my back. But back to the task at hand. You will assemble your strike team for this final assignment. You will approach the cradle in the cutter and fight your way through Vela's defenses. We've seen no sign of aberrant behavior from the cradle, so we can only assume that Vela has not yet awakened the creature within. You must kill her before she can do any harm. Okay. Actually, I want to help her. She laughs maniacally. You wouldn't believe how many people I've heard those words from. Vela has a way of creeping into your mind, making you adore her. But do not be swayed by her rhetoric. She will be the death of us all. Anyway, it matters not. If you will not do the deed, Orleath will. Okay. Just get the cutter docked within the cradle, and the rest of your team will begin the assault. Expect fierce resistance. Sacrifices may be necessary. We will not all meet again. But know this, I have come to respect you, Confessor. I trust that when it comes to it, you will do the right thing. I'll probably kill her. And kill the god. But first, nap time.